Ahead on DC News Now at 4, President Trump revealing the new plans for Dulles International Airport.
So we're doing something with Dulles that's going to make it, I think, the top, maybe the top anywhere in the world.
The proposed renovations that would cost billions.
Search efforts underway for a missing swimmer along the Potomac River. How crews are still searching for the man more than 24 hours after he went under.
For the Washington Commanders, the start of training camp is like the start of a new school year. We'll tell you how the Commanders are laying the foundation for a bounce-back 2026 season.
And the humidity is going away, at least for now. Meteorologist Damon Matson tells us how long it's going to stay comfortable.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. President Trump just unveiled plans to redesign Dulles after calling it one of the worst airports in the world. The plans call for more parking, a new check-in area, and a better way to get around. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg. He joins us live at Dulles. And Daniel, what are you learning about these major changes?
Mark, off the bat, we can tell you the swooping roof design here, designed by Aero Saarinen, that will stay, but there will be additions to it in the back and a little bit in the front. We're talking about a walkway and also parking. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says there will be 32,000 spots in a multi-level parking garage added right in front of the building and a walkway to get to the front of there. New renderings were just released today by the administration and United. Now, the ticketing area will also be modernized. Big bay windows in the back and a different modern way to get through here. No more people movers or mobile lounges either. That is a big point of contention for people who like it and people who don't. There will instead be an Aero train extending in a horseshoe servicing all terminals. If you know, right now, it only services A, B, and C, and not the D terminal where United is. Now, Dulles already had a long-term master plan approved by the Metropolitan Airports Authority a year ago, but Trump said the plans would move too slow. We asked some passengers today on their thoughts of this new design on the outside.
Looked like a beautiful rendition. I think maybe the change would be nice. I know it's got some historic significance to the locals, but to me, I think it would look a lot better.
If it makes it faster, absolutely. Yeah, but the signage and everything and the airport employees were helpful, so it didn't have issues with that.
So this will be a very big change. President Trump saying in the Oval today that it shouldn't affect passenger flow and the planes coming in and out too much. He said that this could have taken 60 years to do under the previous plan, and he's hoping to do it only in a few years, starting, he said, quite soon. We're live at Dulles Airport. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Breaking news, 4 people shot in 2 separate double shootings in D.C. this afternoon. Police said that the first happened on 62nd Street Northeast just before 2 p.m. One man was shot and taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. A second person was also hurt and found in Capitol Heights, Maryland. Police have one person of interest detained, and minutes later, another shooting was reported on 5th Street Northwest. 2 men were shot and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police are looking for a white Honda with red markings and a Maryland tag. 4E as in Edward, V as in Victor, 6264. Anyone with information on either of these shootings are asked to contact police. Well, strong thunderstorms hitting parts of the region yesterday, bringing damaging winds and lots of rain and flash flooding. This video from Glen Burnie, Maryland, shows powerful gusts whipping through the area as heavy rain reduced visibility and made driving a major challenge. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our weather. Oh my goodness, that was then. Today, a much different story.
I'm so glad we're past that, Mark. Yesterday was a tough one, like you said. Not everybody saw the damaging wind gusts and those tornado warnings, though several of us did. But even if you did not, those storms were so widespread that everybody saw a little taste of that heavy rainfall. This was from one of our weather watchers, Leo, up in Mogginsville, just north of Hagerstown. And you see that rainfall just coming down in buckets, and it certainly dropped that visibility for anyone impacted by those thunderstorms yesterday. So they definitely had an impact. These storms, notice, look at all of these storm reports, and the National Weather Service has continued to add more on as they catch up with things here today. So some very large clusters of wind damage reports through D.C. and north into Montgomery, Prince George's counties, back toward the I-81 corridor, parts of Virginia. We have more of those wind damage reports. Now, thankfully, it doesn't look like we had any confirmed tornadoes, even though we had those multiple tornado warnings last evening. So that is at least some good news. And the storm system that caused all of this, there it is, spinning away across the northeast, but it is well out of our hair at this point. We've just had some breezy winds, but nothing else to really worry about as we've made our way through the day today. So, hey, things are trending in the quieter direction. Can we keep it going as we head through the rest of the week? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. One tree came barreling down onto a woman's home in Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's where we find DC News Now's Liberty Simmons. She spoke to the homeowner and left picking up the pieces. Oh, Liberty, a lot of damage.
Just a mess, Mark. Yolanda Frazier, the owner of this home, said the tree barely missed her. And you can see where crews made temporary repairs to her roof after that tree came crashing down. And here's a look at the damage. Yolanda Frazier captured these cell phone pictures after the storm forced that tree into her home. She lives here with her 3 sons. The only one home at the time. Now, she says the tree damaged her bed, dresser, bookshelf, and has left her with barely any belongings. She's not the only one cleaning. It's also up minor damage. In D.C., customers are able to get after awning of this gas.
All right, we're having some technical problems with Liberty. We're going to get that corrected, and we'll probably hear back from her. Well, one person was injured in a multi-vehicle collision on Route 50 in Prince George's County this morning. It happened in the westbound lanes near MLK Junior Highway. The cab of the truck hauling scrap metal went over the concrete barricade. Hazmat units were also called to the scene for oil that spilled onto the road. One person was rescued from the truck, taken to the hospital, and is listed in critical condition. Well, D.C. police are investigating a deadly shooting that shut down part of New York Avenue overnight. Police responded to the shooting on North Capitol Street just after 10:30. They found the man with a gunshot wound along New York Avenue. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police have not said whether the shooting is connected to another shooting nearby earlier that day. A decorated Army veteran is taking legal action after she says that National Guard troops assaulted her at her D.C. home. The ACLU says that Anna King, a Purple Heart recipient, was forcibly detained, handcuffed, and injured during a May incident. King filed a federal claim seeking compensation and accountability, while the ACLU calls the case part of a broader pattern of abuse by federal agents. In just 3 weeks, race cars will tear through D.C. for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix drawing. Now, tens and thousands of spectators downtown. Already, road work and construction for viewing areas are underway, and it's only expected to ramp up ahead of the race weekend, August 22nd and the 23rd. D.C. News Now's Mariel Carbone. She joins us live downtown. Mariel, this is certainly a huge undertaking. What can people expect?
And Mark, they can expect road closures, parking restrictions, detours, and more all around the National Mall area. Now, this race, the course goes down parts of Pennsylvania Avenue, 7th Street Northwest, where we're at right now, 3rd Street ending over in front of the Capitol. But those impacts, they extend beyond just the course. Now, again, that course is 1.7 miles long. Along the route, crews are working to smooth out and weld down manhole covers. That'll keep them from being blown off when those race cars go by. On race weekend, a security perimeter will be maintained by both local and federal agents. Fans, they can expect TSA-style screening a clear bag policy, and a strict restricted item list, things like drones on that list. Now, learning from the 4th of July, there will be 10 designated safe haven areas where people can go in the case of emergency or severe weather. As far as tickets go, you do need one to get into that secure area, but all 260,000 for the weekend have already been issued. The advice, if you weren't able to snag one, is to watch the race at home.
Unless you're at the racetrack, to answer your question, okay, remember, we put up 1 meter high, 10,000 pound walls around our racetrack. Our cars are about 1 meter high. So unless you're on an elevated surface or close to the race circuit, you're not seeing those cars.
Now, that was Bud Danker you heard from there. He is chair of this event as well as president of Penske. He says that his company will be covering the bulk of the cost to put on this race, which we know is well over $20 million. And they'll also cover any expenses from potential damage on the roadways. Mark, the roadway construction, it'll mostly happen overnight, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. To reduce some of the disruption to commuters. But we'll have more on that coming up on DC News Now at 5. For now, reporting live from the National Mall, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you. Metro boasting more big ridership numbers at one of their stations. Last week at Noah Khan, the concert brought 17,000 trips at Navy Yard. Metro says it was the third busiest days there since 2020. Still ahead on DC News Now, for a year and a half after the deadly mid-air collision near DCA, families are still waiting for answers why the NTSB says Congress must act now.
You know that feeling on the first day of school when you see your new locker? That's kind of what it was like for the Washington Commanders today with training camp kicking off ahead of the 2026 season. We've got a lot more coming up for you just ahead.
Our thanks to Alex, and ahead at 4:30, Dr. Anthony Fauci pleading the fifth today during a congressional hearing what lawmakers were asking and why he refused to answer. You're watching DC News Now, covering the news where you live all across the DMV. We're back with more news and weather in 2 minutes. Please stay with us.